Why does December feel so hard? Seriously, everyone's on track with their health goals. They think they've got it under control. December hits, and it feels like a free-for-all. We're going to get into it. Grab your coffee, and let's go.
Coffee, but let's go.
No coffee. I have some water to wet the whistle.
A little something, something.
You don't even have water.
No, I already had a Diet Coke, some water, had some coffee. Break time.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Candidly with Coffee. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, make sure you are following us on Instagram. And let me tell you why, because that's where we typically will announce when we're going live. And sometimes we actually go live just on Instagram. So Candidly_with_coffee on Instagram. And throughout the show, you will see a QR code pop up on the screen. Scan the QR code. Those are all the pertinent links. So maybe if you want to listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or perhaps you want to subscribe to us on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed, that would be great. But go ahead and scan the QR code, and all of our important links will be there, including to the Instagram. So I'm going to make it easy for you guys. Those of you who watch us, especially on TV, because it's not as easy to go to the description, yada, yada. I also want to say that we always have all the chapters marked in the description. So if you want to skip ahead to something in particular, go right ahead. In the first few minutes, we like to, chit-chat a little bit.
Chit-chat.
Chit-chat before we get right into it.
Exactly. Warm y'all up.
Yeah. You got anything to say about chit-chat?
About chit-chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to chop it up, say what's on our mind,
Well, what do you have to say? Chit-chat with me.
What do you want me to chit-chat about? What's on the agenda?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I was just thinking about what your topic was about December, how hard it is and how everybody's struggling. Like, why is it a mental thing?
Yeah, but we're not going to get into that right away. We'll get there. We'll
Okay.
get there. If you guys do not know, we have another show called Off Topic. It's for our Inner Circle members of our YouTube channel. So join our Inner Circle and you get access to that show, which we've been doing live on Wednesday mornings.
Yeah. How you liking that?
I like it. Live. It's just done.
Done. One and done.
Yeah, one done. And it's off. It's just literally off topic.
And also, you got to let them know that we've been going YouTube live on Sundays.
Yeah, we have. We try to, it's not every Sunday necessarily. It's at different times, but we do tend to go live on YouTube. Again, all kinds of different stuff. So not just health and fitness and all that stuff.
No, life.
Just whatever comes to mind.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And BBC 16 waitlist is officially open, you guys. And I have been working with my daughter on some really exciting new things for that program. Don't you think it sounds exciting?
Yes. You guys are cooking some things up for sure.
Yeah.
Like I always say, having your daughter on the team, that's fresh mind right there.
Yeah.
Because they have, young minds have new ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I always make fun of us. They call us old heads. The
yeah.
youngsters.
Do you feel like an old head sometimes?
Yeah, of course I do. I abuse the hell out of this brain. Sometimes my brain is mush. But I feel like young folks have a different energy, new ideas.
They do.
And you have to be open-minded to that, to their ideas.
Yeah.
Things that we don't think about, like, damn, why didn't I think about that? And your daughter's sharp. She always has great ideas. She's on point with the putting in the food into the app, her creations, her ideas. I mean, she's one of the reasons why I started tracking macros. I was watching her eat and got me intrigued. Like, wait, how's she eating that and staying that lean and chubby?
I ate like a champ when I was in San Diego at her place because she used all the recent meals that she's been putting in.
Yeah.
She made them for me. So I got to taste them. I'm like, oh my God. Let me tell you, the amount of money that you pay for BBC, just access to the meal plan database and the meal planner and tracker is worth it.
That alone.
That alone. Especially with Alyssa, the original macro magician, adding meals regularly in there.
And what also kind of intrigued me about her is she knows how to stretch the calories. Make something
That's
like 400
why she's the
calories.
magician. That's where the magician part of it.
Yeah.
I know, because I was eating something and I was like, Alyssa, how many calories is this? I want to know before I eat it, before it's like 1,200. She goes, no, it's not. It's under 5. I know for a fact. So she calculated it was like 446. It was, I freaked out. I was like, I could literally eat this every day for a month. That's how good it was. It was so good. A lot of times people have been questioning me, how do I get access to your database? Become a client.
Become a client.
You can access that. That's how you get access. Become a client.
Yeah, something funny. Speaking of clients, some dude, I've dropped tips and stuff, what I eat and stuff. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday, he said, post up the recipe. I forgot what it was for my burgers or fries. I go, listen, man, I give a lot of free information, but there's certain things I'm not giving it to you. You got to be a client. It's on my app, but you got to become a client.
Yeah, there comes a time when it's like
we drop a lot of value,
a ton,
a lot of knowledge
for free.
But if you want to take it further, you got to pay, man.
I know, because if you think that I provide a lot of free value to people on YouTube, which I know a lot of people are grateful for that value, and I love to do it. But if you think I do a lot there, we do way more inside of my programs and stuff. I personally feel that it is important to operate from a place of under promising, over delivering.
Facts.
I've always kind of felt that that's the way that, you do things. Even when I was, we're working on the program and the features that we're adding and things like that. And even so, I still don't want to necessarily share all of the things that we do, because they'll be surprised. Like, oh, by the way, there's this and there. I don't make promises like, oh, we're going to do all these things, and then, everyone's expecting all those things. I'd rather them not expect it and go, oh, by the way, I'm throwing this in there and I'm doing this, and,
Yeah, of course.
Surprises. And sometimes, because it is surprises, sometimes it's just literally because I decided on the moment that I want to do something extra. I want to do something fun. I did a random plank challenge last BBC, and right now we're doing fitness, and there's prizes involved in fitness. And Alyssa and I ended up recording all of the exercises and making it funny. And we went, we took it further.
And listen, I'm going to go out on the ledge here and say, I don't think there's very many coaches that do what we do, especially what you guys do. You take it a step further. You make this fun.
Yeah.
You make this a community. You make this a lifestyle. It isn't like, here's your macros and your fitness plan, and bye-bye, you go. No, you're in there with us. You're in the trenches. We're in the trenches with you.
Yeah.
We're right there every day with you. Every day we're in there. You need our help, we're with you. You're stuck at a restaurant, help. Coach Mike or Jeanine, shoot me a DM. If I'm available, I'll let you know.
That's for the one-on-ones.
That's for the one-on-ones.
That's for the
Good,
one-on-ones.
you clarify that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we're in the trenches with our clients. We don't disappear.
No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah, there comes a time when it's like, all right, well, yeah, you got to become a client. To get more, it's like we giveth a lot. But to get more, at some point, you have to bite the bullet and just become. That's why I created BBC, which is coming with a metamorphosis, let's just say, in January. It's going to be pretty cool. We're doing more things, right? I'm always working to improve it. But I created that, and because I make that program, I try to make it as cost effective as possible so that it appeal to a greater amount of people that, can afford it.
And listen, even more so is what I notice on the one-on-ones, on the chats, is when one of our troops, soldiers, comrades are struggling, they go in there and they talk about it. Then the rest come behind them to lift them up, let them know you're not alone. Like I said, we're all in this together. I can only imagine what the BBC crew's like that,
Oh, big time.
When somebody's struggling, it helps to have people behind you, have your back. Like, come on, girl, you got this. I know we're all struggling, but let's keep fighting.
Even if it's just to share that nobody can do anything about it, you're just sharing. The act of sharing releases it. It's a release for the person, whatever it is that they're going through. And you're sharing it to a group of people that are just supportive, going to lift you up, going to send you some nice encouraging words. And it's not going to blow back because you don't know, they don't know your family and your friends, and they're not going to it's like a unbiased, just separate place.
Safe zone.
Yeah, a safe zone. Anyways, the wait list for BBC 16 is open. So I will make sure that you guys have access to that link. Actually, if you scan the QR code, the very first link on the QR code that we're going to put up on the screen will be for the BBC wait list. Let's take a break for One Up Nutrition. We'll be right back. When it comes to the best supplements to support your muscle building and fat loss goals, One Up Nutrition has you covered. Their gut health supplements have been a complete game changer for me. And I have to say, their protein powders are my absolute favorites. Mike and I literally order the peanut butter cookie and lemon Italian ice protein powders by the case. They are that good. With so many delicious flavors to choose from, One Up Nutrition makes hitting your protein goals easy and enjoyable. So whether you're looking for supplements, protein powders, or anything in between, shop One Up Nutrition for all your needs. And don't forget to use Jeanine to save at checkout. That's code JEANINE. All right, you guys, moving on to Comment Corner. Carol Danzer says, Love Actually is the best Christmas movie of all time. Have you seen Love Actually?
I have no idea what it is.
How is it possible that there is the best movie of all time, Christmas movie, and I've never seen it?
I was about to say, you're the queen of Christmas movies.
No, I have not seen it.
I'm not into them as much as you are.
Jackie Blue 214 says, I was literally laughing out loud in my car today listening to you guys. You guys are the best. The Christmas episode was pretty funny. I have to admit, I laughed a lot when I listened to it back.
Is that the one where I agree with you for, I don't know why I was agreeing
for the
with
moist
you?
maker.
Oh, the moist maker.
It was funny because you were extra grumpy that episode, and then the topic and your grumpiness were just like chef's kiss.
And you know what, though? I keep it real, though, man. You know, people are like, this guy ain't scripted acted. I can't hide it sometimes when I'm not in the best mood, but, you know, that's real. That's just real life. Sometimes we're just not at our best, and that's okay.
Yeah. Next up, Your Sweetest Life. I love the idea of putting it back on them. Also, I make a joke out of it. I'll say, oh man, this menu doesn't have any calories on it. I can't eat anything. I just do it to annoy my family. I've learned to keep it to myself. I've been on this journey for a long time, but I've stepped back and gotten lazy not counting macros. The weight creeps up so easy. It's so weird to me how much people care about what someone is doing for the betterment of their life.
You couldn't have said that even better. You're right. What do people care? Mm-hmm. What they're doing for the betterment of their life. Mm-hmm. But they don't care when you're destroying your life. Yeah. One bit.
Until it's at the bottom.
Then they care all of a sudden, and they love you. Right. Yeah, but people are wild, man. They just, it's a lot of fake love going on out there in the world.
I know. It's annoying to me, honestly. I love that. And I think you just need to remember that when it comes to peer pressure, is just have it in the back of your head, like, why does this person care? Like, it does not affect them. So why do they care? Like, you know what I mean? Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I gotta pussyfoot around it. Because at some point, it's just kind of annoying.
Listen, I was on a call recently with our business coach. And one dude went on there and said that he felt a little triggered inside temper way because I think it was a family friend or a friend, not sure, but he says, man, you're getting kind of skinny and you're starting to look old in the face. And the coach said, you know what? Blow back on them. But like, actually, you look kind of fat, sloppy, and disgusted. Don't take that shit.
Again,
because it was triggering him.
That's what
blow that back in their face.
That's what we said on the last episode. Switch that around. Put it right back. Give them the same energy they give you.
Bingo. That part. That's it.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Because I did it. I was definitely annoyed, and usually I don't do that. Okay. But I don't like confrontation or awkwardness, but I was poked so many times on that trip last year about food and what I was eating and da-da-da-da. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I said, and she made a comment like, oh my God, I can't believe you're eating that. It was Chick-fil-A. And she says, I would never eat that. And I was like, didn't you just like a few hours ago ask me like how to lose 20 pounds? You can't get rid of your stomach or whatever. Like, what makes you think that I want to, like that I would take food advice from you? I eat Chick-fil-A and you're asking me how to get rid of your stomach. And you're also ridiculing me for eating Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not the problem. You know, I was hot about it because she had already been pissing me off a few other times.
Yeah.
And I said, no offense, but I'll listen to your advice when you have something that I want.
When you have a better package than me.
Yeah. Remember, exactly. I remember exactly where we were when we were walking out of the event center when I said, I was heated. Yeah. I remember I even broke a sweat. I hate when I get to that point. I don't like to be taken there. I don't like to go there.
I mean, you're the opposite.
You like it, and I don't. But we can go. The interesting thing about us is we both go to the same place.
Yeah.
It's just that you like it kind of, and I don't like it. I don't like people to put me in that energy. I avoid that space, but people need to know that I have that. Sometimes they take it for granted, or they take me for granted. They don't think I have that in me.
They underestimate you.
They do.
That's the problem with humans. They always underestimate people and what people are capable of, and making them feel and calling their asses out.
Right.
Like, be careful who you poke. You know?
Because I have a long fuse, but I can go there.
Yeah.
And it's not, it doesn't make me feel good. I actually don't like it because afterwards, I don't feel good.
I know.
I feel a little guilty about it.
I know.
You know?
I think that's what makes us work. You have a long fuse, but I have a short fuse.
Yeah.
I can go like that quick. And I'll degrade them if it comes to it.
Yes, but do you...
but I don't, no one does that to me, but I will break them down.
But when you get that way, you come out of it. It doesn't affect, your post energy is not as affected as mine. Like, you come out of it quicker. You know, when you get taken to that place, if someone takes you to that place, I feel like you're quicker to... I don't want to say the word forgive, but you're quicker to get over it with that person and be fine with them. Whereas me, when someone takes me to that place, there's no guarantee that I'll ever be fine with them again, because I put them in a different box.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between you and me. You can go there and be fine.
Yeah.
With the same person. I can go there and jury's going to be out. They may get a chance or two more, but not infinite.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're probably right. I have to think about that one.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. You don't have to think about it. I've been with you for long enough. I see it. I'm like, just like, wow, like, how can you, like, how do you recover from that with that person so, like, easily? You say your piece. I'm not saying that you're a pushover. It's not that. It's just that you have your moment, you get it out, and then you're cool. Because I know recently, it wasn't that long ago, but recently you had kind of one of those moments with someone we know, and she was kind of like, oh, I hope you're going to be like, are you going to be mad or whatever? And you're like, I am not tripping. You know, I'm not tripping, because people, they're used to someone tripping when they get to that level of upset.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know, because when men and women are different. Many times I've gotten into brawls, fist fights with dudes. We go at it, whatever. Doesn't matter who wins. But coming out of it, sometimes we become homies. Many times.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
After I just smash dude?
I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that on multiple occasions. Even our Christmas with the cranks that we used to live next door to. We talked about it on the last episode, I think.
That's right.
That's a perfect example. The guy was coming over giving us C's candy every year after that. Like, if I had an altercation like that with somebody, I'll never talk to them again.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And that's why I try to avoid that. I try to avoid that level of like losing it with someone, because I know that for me, a lot of times it means that the relationship is done.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but it's a risk. When I get taken to that place.
Amidst, you got good self-control. This is the monster that I have to battle every day. That guy wants to come out. He wants to come out. I have to keep him caged. Like, I want somebody to go there with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes in my sick head, I'm like, I hope someone tries me.
Yeah.
But deep down, I was like, no, you don't want to do that, Mike, because I just know it's not a pretty place for me to go in my head.
Yeah.
I don't like to get that angry, because I could flip a switch quick.
Yeah,
and I'd rather not, you know.
Obviously.
I'd rather not.
Yeah. Well, are you sure? Because 10 minutes ago you said you love it.
It's a battle.
Okay.
It's
a love-hate.
It's a tug of war.
Yeah.
It's a battle. It's tough.
It was funny because someone commented on my Vlogmas and said, oh, I just love Mike. He's such a big teddy bear. I was like, okay, sometimes, but really he's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. That's who I would call the true life Incredible Hulk. Like, he's a normal guy. And then sometimes he's the Incredible. I mean, not towards me, but I mean, sometimes, you get irritated, but not really. No. But you have the potential.
Yeah.
To get
like. Notice no one's ever disrespected where we've been together.
Me?
you in my
Disrespected me?
presence.
Oh, yeah.
It would not be good.
I guess. All right, you guys, let's take a little break from MegaFit meals. We'll be right back. When it comes to hitting your macros, MegaFit Meals makes it so easy with their delicious macro-friendly meal prep options. Mike and I are constantly on the go these days, and these meals are a lifesaver during some of our busiest weeks. Whether you're craving chicken tenders, pizza, filet mignon, or even pasta, MegaFit Meals has something for everyone. All meals are high in protein, made with quality ingredients, and designed to help you crush your health and fitness goals. And the best part, there's no subscription required, so you can order as you need. Save time without sacrificing nutrition. And if you want to try it for yourself, use our link in the description and enter code Jeanine for a discount. That's code JEANINE. MegaFit Meals has you covered. All right, so let's talk about this December phenomenon. It's not really that hard to understand why. Because I was thinking about the other day, I'm busy, right? I have a busy workload. My schedule, right, is busy. None of that changes. My busy life that it was busy in September, it's busy in October, it's busy in like November. And suddenly that same busyness that it's already hard enough to get life done you add to it Christmas parties, Christmas presents, wrapping presents, having family gatherings, having family in town, monitoring your orders that you've ordered online, even taking the time to shop, kids' Christmas functions, decorating your house, outside, inside, the bathrooms, the toilets, everything in between, baking. So we expect our central nervous system that's already taxed because we're busy people. Americans are just busy, right? Trying to pay bills. Life is expensive.
Yes.
We expect our central nervous system to just take on triple more of the workload and stay walking 10,000 steps and tracking macros and meal prepping and all that stuff. No, it doesn't happen. That's what happens, especially for people that are not solid in their lifestyle. Now for us, because this is just who we are, this is how we live. It is the norm. But if you're on a journey, it's not the norm yet. It takes a long time in maintenance to be in the norm. So when all of our clients approach Thanksgiving, and for a lot of them, they're still pretty green, I didn't expect them to, be all good. I expected this next couple of months to be rough, and it is.
It is.
It's rough.
Everybody's struggling.
But that's why.
And for people like you and I, it's like autopilot because we're so used to it.
Because it's the norm. So the goal is for you to get to the point where it's the norm. But I know I talk about this every year. We've been doing this podcast for a while now. And every time this year, I always give the same advice. You need to take a look at what you are committed to and take off the things that do not matter. Do you really need the fancy family photo shoot every year? It's a bear to coordinate that. The outfits, the photographer, the dates, and then you got to, wait for the pictures. Then you got to do the cards. Do you know the pictures that I love the most of like my parents when we were growing up and, as I'm reminiscing on my childhood? It's the candid ones. It's the ones of us all piled on top of my dad in the bed. It is the ones of us at Disneyland looking miserable. It's those moments that matter. Do you think it's the portrait that we went to Olin Mills or whatever that's, oh, wow, that was such an amazing day in the matching out? No, I don't remember that, nor do I care about that picture.
I've never done that with my family, so I have no idea what that's
like. But people do that.
I know they do. I know that. And they do their cards and all that, and they make the big old fiasco, and they're stressed out about it, about being so perfect and the perfect outfits and matchy. You're doing too much. Slow down. Relax. Doing too much.
But it's just like, pay attention to the things that matter. Spend time on the things that matter. And then right off the top, it's like, lop it off. What doesn't matter? What takes the most time that in 25 years isn't going to be, no one's going to remember.
Exactly.
No one's going to remember. So that's what I mean. Like you have to, the best way to navigate this time period is stop putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. Where can you cut the fat, basically? Literally, like cut the fat on the things that don't,
Stop saying yes to everything. Learn to say no. It's okay. Don't go to every single function you're invited to. It's okay to say no. People feel like they're obligated to say yes to everything. Stretch yourself thin. Guess what? The more times you're at family functions, friends functions, company functions, kids, whatever this month functions, you're going to slip. There's going to be tons of food in front of you. They're all eating. They look happy. You're going to partake because you're not there yet.
Right. So you have to pick and choose the things. And I gave this same advice to my clients. I did like a how to navigate the holidays workshop in the last BBC. And I said, it's okay if certain things are important to you. And I might not see importance in certain things, but that you might see importance. It is important to keep those things that are very special to you. Keep those things. Don't cut that out. If that's special to you, then you figure out a way to make it work and keep that in. So if the Thanksgiving dinner is special, if, Aunt Judy's pie is special, if your annual girlfriend's gift exchange is special, whatever. But not everything is special. Okay? I just feel like people do too much.
Too much.
Too much. It's like the decorating has gotten like out of control too. Like everything. Like craziness. I see it when I go to Home Goods. People are doing too much. Their carts are filled to the brim.
Too much. Overload. Sensory overload. You're running yourself thin. You're making yourself crazy. You're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, that's
why. You're going to burst. Hey, listen, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier. He said, what'd you do for Thanksgiving? Nothing. Oh, just another day. What's your plans for Christmas? Nothing. Just be with my wife and that's it.
That we do have plans. We're gonna have.
It's the same thing every year. We're gonna have real family.
But it's not a big. But it is like that's nice. That's a memories. I'm excited for that. Alyssa's coming into town.
Of course, yeah.
And we're doing that. But I didn't. But I don't. I'm not overextending the decorating. I'm gonna do what I feel like doing, and then I'm not committing to like home baked this and baked that and this and don't make commitments that then you feel like you can't get out of. But if in the moment you feel like it, if in the moment Alyssa's here, I'm like, hey, let's bake cookies. Like, okay, cool. That's a good candid moment. But it's not because it's like, oh, well, it's December, so I have to make tamales and I have to, it's like everyone has all of these like things and you almost lose the reason you're doing things a lot of times because then you just feel like it's obligation. Like it's just another thing to check off your list. Family cards, decorate house. I have to make the, fresh sourdough bread. I have to, it's like, why? Take some of those things off because you've already got an extra load in December as it is. And do not take off the things that matter the most to your health. Those should be non-negotiables.
Yeah.
The problem is those are the first things that people get rid of.
Always. It's like it doesn't matter all of a sudden. Oh, I'm just not going to work out because it's December. Why? You get the whole month off? I mean, that should be routine. That should be every day. That should be autopilot. If it's not autopilot, well, you got to make it autopilot. You got to keep building. You got to get to the gym. Okay, you can't get 10,000 steps. We'll try to get 5,000. Try to be active.
I think if we had like that movie, like if we had like a meter.
Yeah.
A meter. And every bad thing that we did that we would lose time on earth. And all the positive things, we would gain time on earth. Walking my steps, drinking my water. I'm getting, okay, cool. I got my points for today. Like a life points.
Let's pin this. Because I have a feeling what you just said, this is going to come in the near future. Somebody's going to create something, invent something.
Some sort of like gauge based on your biometrics.
They're going to, exactly. They're going to be able to read everything going on internally inside.
Yeah, based on like some sort of like data points.
Yes.
And then it gives you an estimate, and then you can improve that estimate by doing this, that, and the other. I think that if people had more visibility like that of something, they would be more inclined to
take it more serious.
Yes.
Well, do you remember? It was Justin Timberlake was in the movie. I can't remember the name of that movie, but it was dope because people had to buy time to live. Remember that?
Like clocks. I think it was called Clocks.
I got to watch that again. I got to somehow take clips from that.
And they could steal thieves could steal your time and stuff like that.
Because we underestimate time. We take it for granted. But time is the greatest asset on earth. Just because it's not monetary, it's not a material item, you can't see it. But the more time you're losing, that's one less day you're on earth. One less weekend, one less, let's say, you only have so many summers left. I think you sent me something like that. If you put in perspective. I don't know. I'm almost 50. What do I have? Maybe 30, 40 summers left? Hopefully I have 40 summers left.
Yeah, that's not that many.
No, goes like that.
Think about it.
Yeah. I've already lost.
Scary.
By the time our birthday comes, we already lost 48 and 49 summers.
Know.
You know, but we don't think
so
about
you
that.
do. So you do. If you think about it, if you keep it top of mind, thinking that I want to make more decisions that are going to improve the probability of extending my time on earth, like getting my points.
Yes.
Think about it like that. I mean, there are some markers that are, you wear an Apple Watch, right? If your resting heart rate is high, that's not good.
No bueno.
Okay. You know what you weigh. If your body fat's high, that's not good. You're losing points. You're losing points every day. Every day. Someone that's healthy and getting up at a healthy body weight and doing the things, they're not losing points. They're getting up and they're losing the minimum of points. They're just getting one day closer. But maybe you're losing 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to slow down that burn rate.
So we lost a day, you and I, yesterday. But somebody who's obese, who's twice our size, probably lost 3 to 5 days in their lifetime.
Right.
If we had to gauge it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they continue on that path, they're going to hit the grave a lot faster than you and I if we continue our path.
Right.
Chances, unless barring something
the probabilities,
probabilities, we can't predict.
Well, right, but
we get hit by a car, lightning hits us.
No, but wait, that's a good point. If you think about it, people wear a seatbelt. Why do you put your seatbelt on? So that if you get in a car accident, you have a less likely chance of losing your life.
Facts.
Okay? You got to think about walking into the gym like putting your seatbelt on, just in case.
That, I never looked at.
People are willing to take precautions with accidental death, right? They are careful with certain things. With crossing the street, look both ways. You don't want to get hit by a car.
Yep, I do that.
Right? You want to try to prevent an untimely death. That is what focusing on your health is like. You're trying to prevent an untimely death. People try to disconnect from that because they don't want to face that reality. And the reason why? Because a lot of the people that are the most nervous about it, they have already put themselves in a position that's precarious, right? They didn't wear their seatbelt. They didn't look both ways when they crossed the street. And they've been doing that for 35 years, 40 years. And so they feel like it's too late for them. It's too big of a mountain to climb. That is the thought they have to get out of their head. It's not too late because you are still breathing. You still get up. It's not too late. You have to start making it a priority, though. The Christmas cookies and the Christmas cards and the, elf on a shelf and all that things you're spending all this time on and money on. But you're like, I don't know if I want to join that program. It's kind of expensive. You're 100 pounds overweight. Are you kidding?
Right.
You just spent $1,000 on Black Friday.
Yes.
But you have to think about investing in a program that's designed to, give you back some points so that you can, live a little longer.
Yeah.
Be happier while you are alive. Be healthier and more, enjoy your time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think
and be happier in your marriage, your relationship, and happy with your children, not just pissed off every day, angry, and just feeling down and not good about yourself.
Yeah.
What are you bringing then? You're not no good. So you got to turn that around. You got to do something about it. No, it goes over everybody's head because they just don't care.
It's not that they don't care. I don't believe that they don't care. I think that they're in denial.
Of course, that part
They're in
too.
denial. And they say, I feel good. Like, I feel good. That's because you don't know what good really feels like.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. If you've been overweight for the better part of your adult life, how do you even know? You don't.
No. Or they get overconfident because, my blood work says I'm good. I'm looking at you. Trust me, you're not.
You know what the truth is? The truth is that most people are overweight, don't even know what their blood work says because they're afraid to get their blood work done.
Yes.
And a lot of people that they want to go forward, even with a company like Transcend, but they're deathly afraid of getting their blood work done. I used to see my mom's face turn the color of a tomato at the thought of having to go get her blood work. I could see the panic because she didn't want to face it. Because if she didn't face it, then it wasn't happening.
So they're living in a state of denial.
Yeah, of course. Of course. A lot of people are. I hear it all the time. And you know what makes them feel comfortable with living in that state of denial? Because they're not alone. They're not alone. They're not in the minority. They walk around and they feel assured that they're fine because most people walking around are also in that same boat.
Listen, take it from me, a stroke survivor. Your health doesn't matter till it does. And I've said that before, but don't mess around and find out the hard way, man. Because when you hit that hospital bed and you're wishing shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it's too late, 50% of you guys aren't either going to make it from a stroke or a heart attack, or if you do make it, you're never going to be the same again. You're going to have some kind of ailment. So keep that in mind about your health.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, and I do feel, I see it even more. I feel like people that are struggling. They know deep down that they need to do something. Those are the people that'll fill their lives even more with all kinds of things. They'll fill their lives with the events and the baking and the decorations and going above and beyond on all these other things. It's almost like distractions.
Yeah, you're right.
Because someone that's kind of more focused, if you notice, their life is it's a leaner life. Like, no pun intended, but it really is a leaner life.
Yeah.
The more, and even I can actually even say that about me. The more in tune I became with my health and just how I felt, the less I cared about stuff. The less I cared about a trip to Home Goods and things and,
things that don't matter.
Right.
They're not of importance.
Yeah. So it's like you literally live a leaner life. You're not trying to fill all these voids. You're just like, shoot, I just want to make sure I have time to go to the gym.
Yes.
I don't want to do that. No, I can't do that. I don't want to do all that. You keep it you just keep everything very clean.
Yep.
That's
funny you say that. I just want to go to the gym. I always allocate time to go to the gym.
I just want to make it to the gym. I want to be able to eat my meals.
Yes.
That's a joy. I'm not trying to chop it off my schedule. I'm trying to make sure that I can get it done because it's important to me because that's going to impact the way I feel and I'm going to gain points. I'm going to gain my life points.
Exactly. Yeah. Bingo.
All right, you guys, let's take a little break for Transcend before we sign off, and we'll be right back. You guys know that Mike and I embarked on our HRT and peptide journey last year, and we are absolutely loving it. It's been a game changer for both of us. And if you've ever wondered why you should consider HRT or peptide therapy, let me break it down for you. Everyone's needs are unique. That's why Transcend is all about creating a personalized plan just for you. They'll start by evaluating your blood work, taking into account how you feel and what your goals are, and then help you find a solution tailored to optimize your health and wellness. What makes it so effective? It's targeted treatment, finally address specific deficiencies and imbalances that might have been holding you back for years. Boost your body's natural functions. These therapies can kickstart and support your body's processes, giving you that extra edge. Enhance your well-being. Imagine boosting your mood, increasing your energy, and just feeling better overall in your day-to-day life. And lastly, longevity. It's not just about feeling good now, it's about supporting healthy aging and preventing chronic conditions down the road. Transcend will guide you every step of the way. So if you're ready to take your health and energy to the next level, start your own HRT or peptide journey with Transcend today. Remember to use our link www.transcendcompany.com/ESCO Elite, 15% off for new patients. All right, you guys. I hope that we weren't too Debbie Downers on this holiday episode, but if anything, I do challenge everybody to just kind of like at least get rid of some of the things. Don't feel so obligated to say yes to everything. Do your best to stay on track, even if that only means it's a 60% effort, because 60% effort is better than nothing. And it'll put you in a better position come January, because come January, naturally, everybody just has more motivation. You notice that?
Of course. I was a personal trainer. Yeah. New year, new me, New Year's resolutions. I don't want to hear that. If I hear people say New Year's resolutions, I'm going to get in on them. Like, how many times have you said that?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't like when you say that. It irritates me, because it's better than not having any goals at all.
Things get played out in life, babe. It's like a broken record. It's like you're crying wolf, though. But, I've been saying that every year.
But you know what? Maybe it's the year that sticks for somebody, because my weight loss journey was a New Year's resolution. Thank you very much.
And we can look up data how rare that is.
Well, it doesn't matter, but it was. It was a New Year's resolution. I thought, this is the year that I am, not only, it wasn't even about losing this weight. It was about, I wanted to be better than I've ever been before. Not getting back to high school, better than that. And that resolution stuck. So not all resolutions.
Rare. That's a rare sighting.
But I'm just saying.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, people. Please prove me wrong.
Well, our clients, I'm having my clients give
for sure. We've been on them beforehand. Ours started way before the New Year's.
We've been talking about it since October with everybody.
Exactly. Ours already started.
Yeah. So the goal is, do your best in December and set some non-negotiables for yourself. And then come January, use that momentum to hit the ground running. If you listen to Mr. Escobar here, don't say resolutions, say goals.
Goals.
Say goals, because he might get upset.
It's just, I've heard the same song and dance. I'm almost 50, and people say it and then they don't take action. 2 weeks, they quit. I see it. I was a personal trainer.
Okay.
Done. I used to be, same thing, the gym would be dead the first few weeks.
That's such a negative mindset.
And then they come into the gym, flood the gym in January, and a little bit in February, and then fall off.
Okay, so what do you suggest they do then?
Stick to the plan if they're going to do it. Be serious about it. Write it down.
So you're telling them to set a resolution?
I'm just saying, stick to a plan if you're going to do it. Don't say that. Say like, I'm going to do this. Like, stick with it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, rather than just tell people what not to do and get all grumpy about it, give them guidance. What do you think they should do instead of a resolution?
Start now. Right now. Don't wait for the new year. Start now.
Okay, there you go. They give them some actionable.
What did we just say?
Action.
We started our clients in October, already planned the seed.
October 1st, New Year's.
Yep.
Because the better you can do October, November, December will set you up so good for January. It's insane. You'll have the best year ever, because most people waste the first half of the year undoing their damage from the holidays. So if you can, even if starting in October, November, December, you're not 100%, even a 50% effort when nobody else is giving any effort, you are still ahead of the pack come January. And that's why we hammer hard, so hard, in this time at the fourth quarter, basically, of the year.
Fourth quarter,
with our clients. But we don't expect perfection, but it's just keep it top of mind. That's the goal.
But we hammer them. We make sure they're on their game for the most part.
All right, you guys. I'll see you on the next one.
See you.